Happy New Year. Happy 2023. It's the new year, and with that, we're going to have a brand new show starting on this channel. Now, before we get started, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you're excited for what we're about to start watching, I'd really appreciate that. Check out some of my other videos. Again, would really appreciate that. And one more time, Happy New Year. Hope 2023 is going to be great for all of us. Today, I'm going to be starting an interesting show. I actually don't know anything about it. I know like two things about it. I know that Adam Scott's in it and that Ben Stiller directed it. Other than that, I know nothing about this show. This show has been talked about last year. It was kind of all over the place, kind of came out of nowhere, and people were all on it, and they were like, this show's amazing, and the show's good, but nobody ever said what it is or what goes on in this show. So I have no idea, and I'm going to be watching this on Apple TV Plus. Which is interesting because I've only ever seen like two things on here. One being Ted Lasso, which is fantastic. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, highly recommend watching Ted Lasso. It's amazing. One of the best shows I've ever seen. And then another thing that I saw was a Chris Evans show where like his kid potentially killed his classmate. It was a little too melodramatic for me. It's gonna be something to do with like an office space. And then yeah, let's go. Well, is she dead?
Who are you?
Me? I don't know.
Hi there. You on the table? I wonder if you'd mind taking a brief survey.
That Adam Scott? Sounds like his voice.
Let me out of here.
This is... Wow.
Hey!
That was a nice shot. Just around the table. Why was she on the table? They didn't even put her in like a chair or anything, whoever this is.
5 questions.
What do I get at the end?
A prize. Your life? This is a Squid Game thing. You die if you answer incorrect.
Who are you?
That's the first question?
First name will do.
Nope. She doesn't know. There's not a thought behind those eyes.
What is this?
Okay, unknown. Question 2. In which U.S. state or territory were you born?
I don't know.
Unknown. Question 3.
I feel like these are the
Name
right
any
answers.
U.S. state or territory.
Fuck.
First that comes to mind.
Delaware. What is this?
Delaware. Mr. Egan's favorite breakfast.
Who the fuck is Mr. Egan's?
This is the final question. To the best of your memory, what is or was the color of your mother's eyes?
Pass. Next question. That was the last question.
What's happening?
Unknown.
Wow.
So that's unknown, Delaware, unknown.
Bro snuck Delaware in there, am I right?
That's a perfect score.
Even Delaware was the right answer? Severance. Alright, Severance, that was a great hook. You got me. What the fuck are you crying about? I'm gonna take 2 guesses. Lost his job and don't tell me. Maybe a loved one died. Those are just my 2 guesses right there. Let's see if I'm right. Or bro lives in Delaware. There's a third option. You can tell this is gonna be shot beautifully. Is that the boss man? What was the name? Starts with an E. Well, didn't it start with an E? He asked her on the survey. Switches out the watch. Switches out the shoes. Switches out the lanyard. What was that? What did he just do there with his eyes? And why did the music change? All the hallways are just the same, so it just looks like... I'm just imagining him walking in a maze right now. This is a great tracking shot. What is this office?
PD better not be out for the day because I'm about 0 seconds from wrapping the Tumwater file, and he needs to process it.
I think he's out.
Hi, kids. What's for dinner?
God
He's
damn
in
it,
this?
Irv, we warned you.
About the greeting you...
Sector 7. This is such an interesting office. Like, what are they working on?
Good morning, macro data refinement.
Hi, Mr.
Micro
Milchek.
data refinement.
Mark, could I have a word?
The board will be joining us remotely today.
What year does this show take place in? What world does this show take place in?
I mean, I've subbed for PD before, so it shouldn't be that big a
PD
thing.
is no longer with this company.
I'm sorry?
PD got fired.
You guys are one of my favorite office friendships.
What happened?
We'd love to tell you, but unfortunately non-disclosure policy forbids.
They killed PD. They killed PD. PD's dead.
At this time, I confer upon you the freedom to serve here in the advanced role of Macrodata Refinement Department Chief.
It's the same one.
Oh, and thank you to the board as well.
Oh, I just realized they haven't even
The
said it.
board won't be contributing to this meeting.
Why did they need to be part of it? They didn't say a single thing.
The trainee becomes agitated and demands to leave. Skip to page 19.
She has to ask 3 times for you to let her.
Right.
She looks nice.
Okay,
What?
you're all set.
It's just because I don't know what's going on in this office. Everybody seems like they're acting really weird. So when people say just anything to anybody, it's just creepy. Like when he was like, "I just love seeing you guys work." Like, I was like, what's going on?
Hi there, you on the table. I wonder if you'd mind taking a brief survey?
I like how from the beginning perspective, it didn't sound like the person was reading from a script, but here on this perspective, you definitely feel that he's reading from a script. What the? Oh,
Hey.
she's in there.
Open the door.
Mark, he's going to break in.
Let me out!
No, she's not.
Are you seeing this?
I'm watching.
Well, there was a preamble.
A lot
which
of
I was supposed to
green.
read before the survey to lead into the questions, and
Did you grow me as food and that's why I have no memories?
grew a full human, gave you consciousness.
I don't know.
Did your nails.
I don't know. I don't know you.
No, you're not livestock.
How did she even come up with that?
Your name is Helly.
Helly.
Helly R.
Hellar.
Thank you for taking the welcome survey. I can sense that the questions made you feel afraid or disoriented. You're at an orientation. To start, imagine yourself as a seesaw.
Oh God. Oh God.
Fuck!
That was great editing.
So a few years back, I woke up on this table in this room, and
Wow.
a disembodied voice asked me 19 times who I was.
So they all went through this, everybody that works here? But they're allowed to go outside. Was the outside real?
That voice's name was Petey, and he became my best friend.
Let me the fuck out of here!
Deal with it, Mark. The boss is watching.
You've asked twice to be let go. Ask one more time.
I would like to leave the building now.
He needed the third ask because he couldn't flip to that page because he just didn't have the answers for her.
Fill in one day.
I
They're
love
planning
these
an
sets.
expansion.
The cut,
I'm what, part of that?
the subtle color blending in with so much white. Well, not subtle color. It's not really subtle. It's like really there. Also, everything's clean. It's meant to be that way.
Here's your
Everything's
stairwell,
perfect.
just past the. Oh, I'm not allowed to see.
Excuse me?
Well, once you leave, I just can't watch you leave.
Is this woman about to get slaughtered on the other side? Oh, so cool. Awesome perspective. Oh, I kind of wish they carried on with that. We're in it now. I think she just found out she can't leave.
Am I dead?
No.
This isn't like hell or something?
No. You did leave just now. Out into the stairwell, at least. You left, but you came back.
Gaslighting! This man is gaslighting her.
Good news is there's only one part left of your orientation, which Mark can't possibly derail. Welcome to Lumen, Helly.
Nope. Nope. Nah, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good.
Are you mad at me?
For the incompetence or the disobedience?
Well,
Yes!
That got me. Fuck. How? Wait, you're...
I'm making this video roughly 2 hours before it will be shown to me. I have, of my own free accord, elected to undergo the procedure colloquially known as severance, separating my memories between my work life and my personal life. I will be unable to access outside recollections whilst on Lumen's severed basement floor, nor retain work memories upon my ascent. Alteration is comprehensive and irreversible.
Wow. So when they're at work, when they're in this building, they don't have any memory of the outside world, but when they leave this office, they have no memory of what goes on in here. This commentary on like corporate America, what's going on here?
So I'll never leave here.
You'll leave at 5.
9 to 5.
Do I have a family?
You'll never know.
And I have no choice.
Wow. Okay, I'm hooked. You got me.
Hello.
Hi. So when he was crying in the car, that's his like life outside of this building. There's something going on there. But when he That's the transformation. Look at him, he's depressed now. Dude, if Ben Stewart directed every episode, wow.
During her class, carrying boxes of wheelchairs, slipped on an overhead projector slide and sustained a minor blow to the temple.
Because he has no recollection of what happened at the office and why he has this injury on his head.
Hey!
Sorry.
Maybe keep your eyes on the icy road.
She sounds a little bit different. Whoa! Dude, I love the wide shots in the show so far. Whoa! Goldfish! Goldfish! Be a goldfish. Short memory. There has to be symbolism. Come on. What's
Did you forget?
going on? Memory isn't our strongest suit, okay?
You remember that time when we were kids and I was just generally a way better sibling than you?
Oh, must have slipped my mind.
Sister, okay. Smooth way to exposition.
Got a gift card.
Oh, you got a gift card. Where's he going to?
I don't know, Pips.
Of course it's Pips.
Do other people, like, does his sister know what goes on at his job and the memory thing?
I was just reading this think piece about the comparative levels of violence and warfare throughout history.
Oh, nerd alert.
War porn, I know.
I know. Shut up.
Actually called it the Great War. Apparently, it would have been a faux pas to have called it World War I.
All right.
No one would have called it World War One because World War II hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Way before World War II happens. You're just like, oh, thank God World War I is over. And the person next to you looks over like, what the fuck did you just say? There's gonna be a sequel to this shit?
So you know all the dirty secrets.
Not really. Well, Mark's work is sensitive, and
I don't know anything. There's
Severance
no thought
procedure.
of here. Okay, so they know.
I mean, I wish I could do it.
Why?
I just always be thinking about, the other one.
It's me. I do the job.
I just don't grasp the visceral element. What does it feel like?
Well,
So you walk in at 9 a.m. and then suddenly it's 5.
In effect, that version of you is trapped there.
well,
Yes.
No, I'm curious. What were you gonna say? But not trapped. But what? What were you gonna say?
Mark made a decision, and that decision was controversial,
Why would you make this
ethically
decision?
and socially. I stand behind you
Interesting.
without reservation.
So well said.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I definitely stand behind Mark.
I'll stand by Mark.
Wait until after it's born to murder you.
Oh my God. Here you go, buddy.
Oh, I didn't realize she's pregnant.
Hey, how's the good doctor therapy man with that weird little mustache?
Well, the work things helped.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more of a escape. I guess life on the outside is so bad for him, maybe.
You're definitely staying here tonight.
No, I'm not.
I'm making all the bed sheets.
That switching out the beds as the child grows can wound that child.
Irreparably. But if you provide said child with all of its beds upon birth, you allow it to progress across the room at its own rate.
Huh.
I really enjoyed you tonight, Mark.
What the fuck, bro? Get your hand off me. Don't say that shit to my face while I'm sitting in a race car bed. What was that? Oh shit, well what's his face? That has to be. Is that Petey? Or is he seeing Petey? No, Petey, where'd you go? That has to be Petey.
He looked at me weird, like he knew me.
Oh, did the prowler invading my home make you feel seen?
So seen.
I like his sister. His sister is funny.
Speaking of which, you still smell like a distillery.
Had to drown out the memory of Mom and Dad switching out my beds when we were kids.
You've been sitting on that one.
You know, I actually can't talk right now. I'm out at dinner. Pips, bar and grill. Excuse me.
Hi, kids. What's for dinner? Sorry, you don't got that reference.
No, because he doesn't know you. Because that's a work joke. Did he like break out of the Severance thing?
Well, Severance is pretty permanent.
Yeah, bypassing the implant wasn't easy. I had help.
Ah, they put an implant in you. Okay, so you can be removed. They don't like split your brain in half. PD seems to be losing it.
Nothing down there is what they say.
Of course, of course.
Things I know need to stay known. I'd prefer it be by a friend.
That's crazy, because to him, they're not even friends.
I'm your best friend. You're my very good friend.
Happy birthday, niece. Oh, he wrote a whole thing. Nice.
I had to grab something, and I know it's not appropriate. Though I'm sure you'd be a really fucking awesome niece. If you don't want to know what's going on down there, I won't force it. But if you do, there's an address on the back of this card.
The beginning of a very long answer.
Mark, is that you?
Oh, hi, Mrs. Selvig.
His boss. His
it's
boss.
No problem.
It's his boss. Show it. Show it.
You know my mother was a Catholic.
Yeah, her mother was an atheist.
You're good people.
Is the boss in on it? Does the boss know? Is the boss also severed? She knows. She knows. That was a good move by that actress. She knows. Alright, so that was Severance, episode 1. Wow, that was a full episode. It had so much going on in it. That was a great pilot or first episode for a show. It provided you with like so many questions off the start where you're asking yourself this and you're intrigued in the mystery. But then it also provides a lot of answers for you. So you don't have to wait for the next episode, or you don't have to wait the entire season to figure out like what's going on in this place. Like you already kind of know a lot. Like you know about the Severance thing. That's pretty much all you know, but it's like kind of, it feels like a lot. And it feels like there is even a deeper mystery. A lot of questions of like who's in on it, who's not in on it. That's what I find really interesting. Like, is the boss lady who's also his neighbor, is she in on it? Is was it Irving? What's his name? Irving? The guy that was helping the boss lady that was setting him up, is he on it? When they introduced this whole concept of severance, or you know, going through this procedure, I was thinking to myself like, why would somebody do that to themselves? But then the show provided some clues to why our main character Mark might do this to himself. And it's because he potentially suffered a tragedy like in his past with maybe a wife or a daughter, or maybe both wife and a daughter lost. And we saw that shot of him crying in the car. He uses this job to forget about his problems on the outside, which he clearly has a lot. He seems like he's an unhappy guy on the outside. He drinks a lot. But when he goes to the job, he's very like happy and goal driven. And it's very interesting. It reminded me of like me personally, like when I go to a movie theater and I sit down in a movie theater for those 2 hours I'm watching the movie, it feels like that space that I'm in, the theater. This is one of the reasons I love going to a movie theater, besides, you know, just watching a movie. For those 2 hours that you're sitting in the movie theater, at least for me, I just like disappear. Like all my problems on the outside are just gone, and I'm like in the movie, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure you guys have some places that you guys, you know, like to, or maybe you guys see the movie theater just like how I see a movie theater. I'm super excited to keep watching this show because I am hooked immediately off the first episode. That's how you make a really good first episode. Love the wide shots. The directing and cinematography was beautiful. Yeah, that was Severance episode 1. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Check out some of my videos, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Severance. Peace.